All right, so find your seats, nice comfortable chair. If you have a cell phone with you, please go ahead and maybe turn it off or just silence it so that it doesn't even vibrate, so it doesn't distract you for this hour. All right, welcome to chair yoga. Hope everybody's doing well today. So today we're going to work on so this going to begin a series, and that's 10 weeks, and just mention the benefits of yoga. Like, why do we come here? We probably intuitively know that's why we come. We just feel better. And today we're going to focus on posture. So it helps us to improve our posture. And the reason why that is so important, right? We probably know this, but when we don't have correct posture and we get like, scrunched over or we sit weird or whatever, it starts to create these aches and pains in our body, right? And it also affects our breath. When we're scrunched forward, we don't breathe as deeply. So the posture is so important. Yes. So just having nice tall spine. So scooting a little bit forward in our chair here. Good. And then, so we're going to work on I think the two main things that go south when we have poor posture regularly is we can tend to get low back pain and neck pain, right? Because our head is in a weird place, our spine is scrunched forward, and that creates stress on certain muscles and tendons in our body. So we're going to work on low back, like just gently easing our low back and our neck today, right? So sitting up nice and tall, what does that mean? Right? So just picture that there's a book above your head, maybe about 2 inches above your head. And so we're going to take some breaths in, and when we breathe out, we're going to try to touch the top of our head to just gently touch that book. And so when our head is heavy, right? And so when we get that weight off our body and our shoulders and our neck of our head, it tends to ease those muscles. Good. So let's just start practice today with shaking off anything that we built up over the morning, over the yesterday, over the last week. Just pretend we're shaking it off. Shake off all the tension and stress and worry that we just love to grab onto and hold, right? Just be playful about it. Arms can go up and out to the side, whatever feels good for you. You can open your eyes, close your eyes, just get a little silly and crazy. Yeah, good. All right. And then relax. And just with that little bit of 30 seconds of shaking, see if you're feeling a little bit better already, right? Just a little looser. Yes. And gently float your eyes closed now. Yes. And just notice the little energy that you brought into your body just by shaking. Good. And let's bring the palms up on our lap. So bringing the tops of your hands resting on your thighs. Good. We're going to take a nice big breath in, and just with a sigh, let it go. Almost like you're trying to fog up a mirror with that long sigh. Relax. And again, take a nice breath in through the nose. Breathe in as much as you can. Fill up your lungs. And just let it go. Surrender. Surrender any tension and worry and stress that we tend to hold. It never serves us. Yeah. All right. And now take another nice big deep breath in through the nose. And this time, slowly exhale the breath through the nose. And as you exhale, feel the shoulders relax and try to reach the top of your head to touch that book. It's right above your head. Good. Feel the spine elongate gently, all gently. Let's do 2 more of those. Take a nice big breath in. And then exhale. Gently draw the top of your head up to the book. We're not doing any strenuous or strain. It's just a gentle intention of touching that book. And then 1 more breath in. And exhale. Again, elongate the spine. Feel that spine as if it's 2 inches longer. Yeah, just imagine a bunch of space between all your vertebrae in your spine, with just relieving the weight of that head. Good. All right. And now take a big breath in again. As you exhale, gently elongate the spine, but relax the body and slowly turn your head over to the right. So you're not going to yank it over. You're just going to turn it. And then when it naturally just stops, just remain there. You can keep your eyes closed if you'd like and breathe. Just notice the right side of your neck and the left side. Maybe put a little smile on your face. Just enjoying this gentle stretch. Many times we look to stretch things and we overstretch. You don't want to do that. And then inhale, slowly bring your gaze back forward. Relax the breath and take a breath in. And as you breathe out, gently touch the top of your head to the book. And nice and relaxed, turn your head slowly over to the left now. Little smile on the face. Good. Relax the neck. It's just a gentle stretch. And then inhale, slowly come out of the pose by bringing your head back forward. Good. And relax the breath now. Good. And let's see how your neck feels. Maybe on an inhale breath, gently lift your chin a couple of inches. Good. And then exhale, gently draw your chin down towards your chest. Your shoulders are gently reaching back, feeling an opening in your chest a little bit. Yeah, nice stretch on the shoulders and the upper back, neck. And then inhale, just slowly lift the body, the head back up. Good. And then gently and slowly flutter your eyes open. Yeah, again, just a little bit goes such a long way. Coming into cat-cow pose. Really nice for our back. So none of these poses, if there's any kind of pulling or yanking on your back, you've gone too far, or you just don't do it and you wait for us to be done and breathe with us, right? So take a big breath in, and as you exhale your breath, drop your chin to your chest, maybe round your back, slide your hands forward, and very gently stretch your low back towards the back of your chair. It should feel nice, very gentle. And then press into your feet. Let the head start to float back up. Slide your hands to the top of your thighs. Reach your elbows behind you, like you want to touch your elbows together behind your back. And then exhale, slide your hands forward. Just gently drop your head. Once you've landed, maybe you stretch your low back, your low spine, just gently towards the back of your chair. Your belly is tucking back. That supports that back. And then inhale, slowly bring your body straight back up. Right, nice tall spine. So in between each pose, let's try to remember to go right back into the mountain pose. So seated mountain pose is just feet on the floor, toes forward, gently pushing into your feet. The shoulders are just rolled gently back, palms are up on the lap. Yeah, feel the chin tuck back just slightly. We always want that head to be seated right above the shoulders. Big tendency in this day and age is you see a lot of this, right? That chin forward, because what are we doing? We're on our devices, right? Or we're driving, right? And so that creates all this tension in the back of our neck. So by just simply drawing your chin back, and it's not exaggerated, just slightly, that rests that 8 to 10 pound head above the shoulders. Good. Let's take our hands and interlace them behind our head with our thumbs down along the side of our neck here. Yeah. So hands interlaced, shoulders relaxed. And with your thumbs, just start to massage that area, just as your skull starts to dip in towards your neck muscles. Those are the muscles that can tend to get really tight. So yeah, just take those thumbs and make little circles. Maybe dig in a little bit, right at that occipital part where the skull dips in. Yeah, that's where our head is attached to our neck, and those muscles, when they're tense, they can create headaches and jaw aches and just aches. Yeah, good. And then relax the massage now, and then just slowly unlace your hands and relax your arms down, let them float towards the floor. Good. And then take a breath in and reach your shoulders up towards the sky. And as you exhale, your shoulders start to relax and gently touch the top of your head to that hook. It's just ever so slight. And then again, lift those shoulders up. This also stretches your back. And exhale, relax the shoulders down as you touch the top of your head to that hook. Good. And then relax. Nice. Coming into a little cobra pose here. Actually, we're going to get into our hamstring. So scooting forward, it might be a little more comfortable if you scoot a little forward in your chair. Good. And we're simply going to extend our right leg forward. So press down into the right heel. Your right toes are lifted. And just pancake your hands onto your left thigh. And then just get a nice tall spine here and readjust to make it comfortable. Sometimes the chair digging into your thigh, you have to readjust so that you're comfortable. Good. And you're simply going to breathe here. Yeah. And here you might be feeling this is just a nice, very gentle stretch for that low back. Belly's tucked in slightly. Good. Take a breath in, and on an exhale breath, start to point your right toe towards the floor. So you're stretching the top of your foot. Good. And breathe. And then on an inhale breath, relax your foot and slide your foot back next to the left, and then slide that right heel back a little bit. So it's a little bit further back from your foot. That right heel is pressing into the floor. And so do it as far back as you can. If the heel starts to lift up, you're too far. See if you can press that right heel into the floor and get a calf stretch. Achilles tendon stretch. Now, you do not want an Achilles tendon injury. That takes a long time to heal. Good. And then relax, slide both feet back next to each other. We're gonna switch hands. So hands can, opposite hand on top. We're gonna slide that left leg, stretch it, not quite perfectly straight. We want a little bend in the knee. The left toes are reaching up. Lift the chest, reach the shoulders back. Take a few breaths, getting a gentle stretch. Yeah, when we have a tight hamstrings, typically we'll get a tight back. It'll all just follow along. Our body is incredibly interconnected. So one thing leads to another. If any of you had physical therapy, I started physical therapy on a toe, and I'm working up on my hip now because of my toe. Yeah. Breath in, exhale, point your toe down towards the floor. So you're getting a nice stretch on the top of your foot, and breathe. Take a couple breaths. Each time you exhale, see if you can just relax your back. Yeah. And then relax the leg and slowly start to slide that left foot back now a little bit further behind the right, and then press down into that left heel. And breathe. Getting a nice stretch. 2, 1, and relax. Good. And then bring both feet back forward. Good. All right, we're gonna do a little seated sun salutation today. So on an inhale breath, we're gonna float your arms forward and up. We'll do the first one really slow. Just make it nice and organic, nice and relaxed. And then as you exhale, float like you're deflating, float your hands down and just bend forward as far as is comfortable. Back is pretty straight. And then grab behind your right knee, and on an inhale breath, slowly come up, tuck the belly in, and if it's available, lift your knee. If not, keep your toe down. Take a breath in. On an exhale breath, just touch your toe, your nose towards your knee, if that's comfortable. If you're down here, you're just dropping your head. Good. And on an inhale breath, just let go of that right leg and reach the arms forward and up. Good. And on an exhale breath, float your body forward, hands on your thighs, just come forward. Again, make it comfortable. Grab behind the left knee now. On an inhale breath, slowly come up and then tuck your belly in and lift the leg or stay on your toe. Good. Exhale, see if you can just drop your nose towards your knee or your head down. Good. And then inhale, slowly let go of the leg. Reach your arms forward and up. As you exhale, bring your hands onto your thighs, bow forward. Press into your feet, inhale, slowly bring the body back up. And again, one more time, reach your arms forward and up, palms looking at each other. Good. And then exhale, just bring your palms together, float your hands to your heart. Nice. Do that one more time. Hands on our thighs. Take a nice breath in. As you exhale, just hinge at your hips, come forward. Grab behind your right knee. Inhale, slowly come up. Maybe you hug your knee in a little bit more, belly's tucked in, or you're staying down here. Exhale, drop the head. Inhale, lift the head, release the knee, arms forward and up, maybe even look up slightly. Exhale, just fall forward, hands on your thighs. You can come to a full forward fold with hands down if you'd like. And then clasping behind the left knee, inhale, slowly come up, hug your knee in. Exhale, nose to knee, or just drop your head. Inhale, release the leg, lift the head, arms up. Exhale, float the body forward, straight spine, just come forward. Inhale, slowly bring the body back up. Lift the arms forward and up. Maybe look up. Bring the palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. Very nice. That was so pretty. Let's do that one more time. Yeah. And again, if lifting this leg, you're crunched over and it's heavy for you, just come up onto your toe. All right. So following breath to movement. Inhale, float the arms forward and up, stretch up, mindful movements here. Look up. Exhale, slide your belly forward, come forward. Pass behind the right knee. Inhale, press into the feet as you lift your leg and your head. Good. Exhale, maybe you touch the nose towards the knee. Inhale, release the leg. Reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, bow forward. Pass the left knee, inhale, slowly come up. Hug that knee or that thigh into your belly. Exhale, drop your nose to your knee. Inhale, release the leg, arms forward and up. Exhale, bow the body forward. Inhale, body's up, reach arms forward and up, look up. Exhale, bring palms together, hands to heart center. Beautiful, nice little easy, relaxed sun salutation. Good. All right. So coming to leg out here. So again, we're seated at the front of our chair. We're going to get into our inner legs here. So we're going to take the right foot and step it out to the side. Good. So here your heels, ankles are right below the knees. We want a nice little right angle, right? So yeah, we don't want feet in, or we want full foot on the floor. Good. Now this is just a simple little stretch, but really nice for our hips and stretching gently our low back, right? So I want you to feel a gentle pressing out. You can take your hands and gently guide your knees out as you press into your pinky toes. Yeah. Lift the chest, lift the heart, and just breathe here. Pressing into your pinky toes. Just relaxing with each breath. Yes, relax what you're gripping, relax your shoulders. Good. And then on an exhale breath, just relax everything. Good. And we're going to start to slide over to the right side of our chair here. We're going to take our left knee, bend the knee, come up onto the ball of that left foot. Yes, good. And readjust your hips here. So you're just coming into a lunge. If that is not comfortable for you, for your knee, you can just have this left heel slid back a little bit from the right. Yeah, coming into this little lunge here, but either here or here. Yeah. All right. And then holding onto the back of your chair with your right hand, we're going to extend the left arm forward. Good. Just up towards that side wall. We're going to take a big breath in, tuck your belly in, and as you exhale, lean forward as if you're grabbing onto a handle. Just a couple inches in front of you. Good. And then make a fist with that left hand and start to pull that handle back. Yeah, as your arm is staying straight, but your left shoulder is gliding back. And you can even lean back a little bit, just to your edge. Yeah, belly's tucked in. Good. Feeling that nice stretch on this hip flexor. Good. Just gentle. Good. And breathe. 2 and 1. And then slowly just come out of the pose. Back up to a straight spine. Relax the arm down. You can take your hand, this left hand, lean forward a little bit and help to bring it back next to the right and grab behind your chair. Scoot your hips if they were off the chair. And let's make our way back to the front of our chair. Good. Again, we're at the edge of the chair. We're going to do that same thing on the other side. So now we're going to take this left leg out to the side. So come into as wide of a stance that is comfortable for you. Having your heart lifted, right? We're not rounding. That's really that's the posture, right? Just having the shoulders back. If you can think of and remember one thing, and that is walking and sitting, just have your shoulders gently back, and that will get that posture, that skeleton to stack. Good. Now here again, so nice 90-degree angle in the knees, heels right underneath those knees. You're going to press into your pinky toes and see if you can just gently guide your knees out a little bit further. Yeah. And breathe. Tall spine. Yeah. We can even remember to do this a couple times a day if we're sitting a lot. It'll really help to release the hips and the back. That's just all so interconnected. Good. And then relax everything. Start to turn towards the left, towards the side of the chair, and situate yourself with either the knee down on the ball of the foot or just feet in a little bit of this front leg foot a little bit further back, right? Either one, whatever's comfortable for you. And take a minute or a couple seconds only to just readjust to make yourself comfortable. Good. Yeah. And now we're going to hold on to the back of the chair and we're going to take that right hand forward. Good. And then we're going to glide forward again as if we want to grab onto that handle. So there's a little grab a fist and then draw your right shoulder back and maybe lean your body back as far as is comfortable. Your belly's tucking in to support your back, and breathe here. Just find your place. If anything is uncomfortable, you back out a little bit. You do not need to suffer. Yeah, the body doesn't like that. When you're uncomfortable, everything starts to seize up. So just find a place where you can fully breathe. Good. And then slowly just glide back forward. Release the hand down. Take that right hand. Lean forward a little bit with your body and just help to drag that foot back next to the other and make your way back to the front of the chair. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, one more pose here. So great that all these poses can be done so beautifully when we're sitting in a chair, right? A lot of poses we can get into deeper by having our hips up and not being on the floor. benefit to chair yoga. All right, one more pose here for our spine. So we're going to take our right leg and cross it over our left. If that's not comfortable for you, cross at your ankles, right? And then we're going to take this left hand and we're going to bring the palm out and bring the forearm onto that outside of this right leg, right? If you're crossed at your ankles, it'll probably be more your hand or your wrist, right? But we want a little leverage here to help us with our twist. So holding on, you can hold on to your chair here with that right hand. Take a big breath in, lift your heart just slightly. And as you exhale, relax the body, press into that forearm and pivot at your waist. Just pivot your upper body over to the right. Again, very gently. If you feel any discomfort in that low back, back out a little bit. This is all about gentle stretch. We do have a tendency as human beings to really yank it, thinking that's better. More is better. Sometimes that's not the case. Yeah. And neck is just gently looking over to the right as well. We're not yanking it back. And find your breath. Each exhale breath, see if your shoulders can relax a little bit and just enjoy this stretch. Sometimes closing your eyes helps you to feel the pose a little bit deeper. Yeah. Time you exhale, maybe you press just a little more into that thigh. Maybe not. Now as you exhale, feel the whole body soften and slowly come back forward. Untwist the spine slowly and then uncross, and we're going to just do that same thing on the other side. So let's wiggle it out here a little bit. Relax the arms down alongside your chair. Lift your shoulders up and relax them down. And now to the other side. So we're either crossing left leg over right or left ankle over right. Either one. And then we're going to take this right hand, the outside, so the palms out, and bring the forearm onto the outside of that left thigh, or if you're here, it's a little bit further down, maybe the wrist and hand. Good. All right, take a big breath in, and as you exhale, press into that thigh with the hand or forearm, and find yourself just turning. Again, feel the turn at your hips and your waist. Little bit in your chest, and then gently look over the left shoulder. Feel free to close your eyes. Just enjoy this just delicious twist for our spine and our back. And again, if you're feeling a little bit of pulling in your low back, just slowly back out of the pose a little bit. Don't go as far. And then exhale, relax the body, slowly come back forward, and let's uncross. Really nice work here at our shoulders. Let's just do a little toe tap. We can shake our hands. Yeah, get silly again. Good. Relax the body, lift the shoulders up, press into your feet as if you want to stand up. Stretch the spine, and exhale, relax. Good. So for those that would like to do some standing poses, you can slide your heels back, lean forward, press down into your toes and your feet, make your way to a stand. We've been sitting for a little while now, so I tend to get stiff when I sit for a little while. So let's just come to the back of our chair here, and let's just wiggle out our hips. I'm gonna readjust my screen. Yeah, just wiggle the hips. You can shake the hands. You can come into a little march if you'd like to get your blood flow going. I'm gonna just slide my chair out of the way. Yeah, you can kick opposite arm, opposite leg. Just do whatever feels good on your body. Good. Back to center, good. Maybe even doing a little step side to side. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. Do a little luau dance here. Yeah. Good. Smiling, just feeling good. Coming back to center, feet a little wide apart, and maybe just rock the body side to side. That usually feels good in the hips and the low back. Just And maybe you take it a little further by lifting the heel. Big breaths. Inhaling to one side, exhaling to the other. And come back to center. Good. All right, we're going to drop into mountain pose. So standing mountain pose. Toes are forward, knees lift up. Feel the tailbone drop down, right? This tailbone right here, feel it just drop down slightly, which gently brings your hips forward. Good. And then you're going to lift the shoulders up and back and down. Good. Relax the arms, palms maybe come forward a little bit, and tuck this chin back just slightly. Belly's tucked in as well. So this is the pose that you want to feel when you're just standing and talking to somebody. Now, one of our students talked about walking her dog, and where there's a lot of hip pain, and she was noticing that towards the part of the walk, she was leaning forward and her head was down. She was in this little C shape. And she said what she thought about is when the dog stopped, right, to do his thing or her thing, right, what she did is went into mountain pose and even drew her elbows back slightly. And that just helped to open up. So if we can just think that, we'll call it dog asana, walking dog asana. Yeah. So whenever you're coming to a stand, or even if you're not walking a dog and you're taking a walk, I have a cranky hip too. And over time, I start to feel the pain coming in, right? So every now and then I'll stop and just get into mountain pose, readjust my body, right? Open up my shoulders by just reaching my elbows back and tucking my tailbone down, and then starting to walk again. It's very important to use heel toe. We've done that last week where we walked heel toe, right? So just reminding yourself, the amazing thing is just to be aware of, this is where I'm having pain and maybe I need to adjust. That's the practice of yoga, right? Wherever we are, good. So don't forget the walking dog asana. Thank you for your suggestions, students. Yes, good. Okay. So coming into a little ski pose. So we can also do that. Something a little bit deeper here is skier pose. Yes, and we're in Colorado, most of us, right? So we know skiing. And so we're gonna bend our elbows and almost act like we're holding onto our poles, right? I'm gonna go sideways here, right? So sort of same concept as what we just described. We're gonna just put a little bend in our knees here, not pull it beyond our toes. And we're gonna slide our ski poles back, right? And maybe they end up on the side of our rib cage and maybe they don't. And then lift the chin slightly. Heart is automatically lifting when we do that. And maybe gently feel your hips forward. And just take this to where it's comfortable. This is a very great counter pose for all of our rounding forward that we do in life. The tendency is for us to round forward, and this helps us to open back up. Good. Take a few breaths here. Just enjoy a few breaths. Yeah. If anything is uncomfortable, what do? Back out a little bit. And then take a few breaths. Find your edge. Yeah. And then on your next exhale breath, just relax your arms down. Straighten the knees slightly. Yeah, come out of the pose and shake it out. Good. The easiest thing to do, I think, we just did it seated, is let's come to a stand. Yeah, and then just lifting the shoulders up, rolling them back and down. Yeah. Again, the second we just come to shoulders in our mind, right, and we move the shoulders back, that opens our chest, helps our breath, gets that head stacked above the shoulders and releases all that tension behind us. Yeah. All right. Good job. All right. Coming into a little side bend for our spine. Good. So we want to tuck the belly in slightly. We're going to take that right arm out and reach the right arm out and up. Good. And just stretch up tall. So press into your toes as you stretch up. Take a big breath in. And as you exhale, stretch long And then slide your hand down your thigh and reach just over a tiny bit. Let's leave the fingers reaching straight up towards the sky. Good. And breathe. Again, any discomfort in the back, pull your belly back towards your spine. And if that's not helpful still, then come out of the pose a little bit. Good. So find your place here. Maybe you look underneath that right arm. Just enjoy the stretch, enjoy the pose. There's no right or wrong way to do any of it. The only time it's wrong is when it's uncomfortable and you're in pain, especially sharp pain. Press down into your toes, slowly come back up. Make a fist with your right hand, circle the fist as you relax your shoulder, your right shoulder, and the circling fist starts to float towards the floor. Nice and slow. That's also challenging for us, is to slow down sometimes. Okay. And then just going to the other side, so flipping that left palm out, pressing into your toes, and reaching that arm up, out and up. Yeah. Again, you can be in cactus pose on either side, or if one or other shoulder is not feeling so open today, right? And then stretch up as tall as you can if your arm is straight. Good. Right hand's just resting on the side of the thigh. And as you exhale, start to slide the right hand down, belly's tucking in, reaching fingers gently up, those left fingers. Good. And you can look forward here, or you can look underneath the arm, wherever your head is comfortable, wherever your neck is comfortable. You're starting to feel strain in the neck, adjust. You can even look down. Yeah. And breathe now into this left rib cage. Big breath. Again, notice if you're enjoying the pose or if you're struggling. And if you're struggling, ask yourself, what can I do to just find enjoyment? Yeah. We're responsible for our own happiness and our own joy and our own enjoyment. Yeah. And then on an inhale breath, reach your fingers up, bring your body back up, make a fist with that left hand, circle the fist as you slowly relax this left shoulder, as you can even bend the elbow, as you slowly float the arm back down. Nice. And let's just shake it off. Yeah. Just saw a dog walk past, and what did he do? He stopped and shook it off. Good. Relax. Good. All right. That's my favorite yoga pose, is just, you see children doing that all the time. What are children doing? They're constantly moving, and they're basically shaking off all their junk, right? That's why they're happier and they're lighter, right? Because they don't hold on to stuff, right? They become light. All right, so we're gonna come into a little bit wider stance. This is Prasarita Paschimottanasana, or hit test at the end. So we're gonna draw our legs out as wide as comfortable. Now you might have your chair in front of you, so you can use your chair with your hands, but we're basically gonna just come into a half forward fold with our legs out wide. Again, this is opening up the hips, inner hips, and again, this is all interconnected here. Right. Let's bring our hands onto our waist. And then I want you to feel your heart lift up, as if there's a string, somebody's pulling your heart up. And lifting your chin slightly. Good. And you're going to squeeze your glute muscles together. Yes. Your automatic seating cushion. And then we're going to start to have a tiny little bend in the knees. Start to slide your hips back. And take your hands on your hips and help them to glide back. And then just look down towards the seat of your chair. Just don't conk your head on the back of your chair. You can also have your hands on the back of your chair if that's more comfortable for you. And again, reminding yourself to soften your knees here. If it feels more comfortable, you can bring your hands onto your thighs, right above your knees, not on your knees. Good. And breathe here. Nice long, deep breaths. Just settle into this pose. Again, really nice stretch. So you're stretching your hip bones back. And then inhale, you're reaching gently the top of your head forward. As you exhale, send your hips, just let them relax back. On an inhale breath, stretch the crown of your head gently forward. And one more breath here. Belly is tucking up. You can't say that enough. That helps to lighten the load of that low back. Good. And then definitely a little bend in those knees. Good. And then press down into your feet. And with a nice straight spine, very slowly, glutes are tucked in, engaging. Slowly just bring your upper body straight back up. Good. Nice. Good. And then holding onto your chair here, bring your heels in and your toes. Heels and toes. Heels and toes. Good. And wiggle it out. Shake opposite arm, opposite leg. Shake your shoulders. Good. Nice. Okay. Coming into a little chair pose here. So again, you can have your chair in front of you here if you want to hold on to the back of your chair. But we're just going to come into chair pose. So feet are about hip distance apart. Sometimes it's people like it. It's really 50-50, zipping your legs together to come into chair pose or having them apart. So you can decide, probably at this point you already know what you like better, right? So just decide where you'd like your legs and take a breath in, and on an exhale breath, start to send your hips back just like we did in the previous pose. Yeah, and your knees will start to automatically bend. And as if there's a stool behind you that you're looking to touch down on with your hips. Yeah. And so just take this. There should be no discomfort in your knees at all. If there is, you just come out a little bit, right? Yeah. But it's more about sending your hips back than bending your knees. Good. Now, see if you can take that string on your heart and have it lift up. Good. And then if it's available to you, you're squeezing your glute muscles behind you there, belly's tucking in, smile on the face. Maybe you lift one arm forward. Maybe you lift the other arm forward. And if you're finding that's too much on your back especially, you bring it back down or hold on to your chair. Good. And then look up, lift the chin up just slightly, lifting that heart a little bit more. Find your breath. Big breath here. As you exhale, maybe you sit a little bit deeper. Chair pose, if you're seated already, is you just lean your body forward and you can have your arms forward or up towards the sky. Now you decide. Today we're going to just take care of our low back and be gentle. And then as you exhale, look back down. Press big time into your toes. Slowly start to straighten. Again, you're still squeezing your glute muscles here. That's going to stabilize all of it. Your hips, your back. Yeah. And come back to stand. Good. And shake it out. So when we sit a lot, these glute muscles right here, which are big muscles, they get lazy, right? And then all the strain goes into your back and it goes into, areas where you don't want the strain. So when we can squeeze these, then all this stabilizes. Yeah. So even when you're walking the dog, doing walk dog asana, squeeze those glute muscles, heel toe. Yes, stop every now and then and readjust. Yes, to get a nice tall spine, good posture. Good. And shake it out. Nice work, everybody. Okay, one more standing pose here, downward facing dog. So you can either use the back of your chair here, and this is a really nice stretch for the back. If you happen to have a table, this is really good to do on a table or your desk. We're just going to bring our palms to a chair. You can, if you can do it today with a table, bringing your palms onto a table just to stabilize. Good. And then just start to walk back, foot at a time. Keeping the knees bent a little bit. Yeah. Once you've landed in your down dog here, back is flat, knees are bent. See if you can, just like we did, send those hip bones back. Good. And reach the top of your head forward. you do that just ever so slightly, you'll feel that spine stretch. You'll feel a nice stretch in your lats, along your rib cage. Find your down dog. If you want to get a little bit more of a hamstring stretch, they're a little stretched out now, so you can straighten your knees. Feel that hamstring stretch, belly's reaching up, that low belly, and find your pose. Enjoy the stretch. Big breath. Each time you exhale, hip bones back. Time you inhale, top of the head reaches forward, and don't overstretch. If something doesn't feel good, bend the knees, back out a little bit. One more breath. As you exhale, melt your spine towards the floor. And then on an inhale breath, slowly look up. Your knees are bent if they aren't already, and just take a walk. Even heel toe a little bit, your feet back to standing, all the way back. Yeah. Good. So a table is a good thing to have when you to feel a little bit more of a base. Good. All right, we're going to make our way to back of to our chairs. I won't make you chair down. Good. So let's find our chair. Just find a seat. Yes, and sit with your hips a little bit forward in the chair. Let's relax your arms down alongside the body. Lift your shoulders up, reach them back and down. Just find mountain pose, seated mountain pose. Tuck the chin back slightly. Yeah, belly tucks in. Just a nice mountain pose. Good. And then one more time, reach the shoulders up, press into your feet as if you want to stand. Give that spine one more nice stretch. And exhale it out. Good. All right, bringing your hands onto your lap, just getting into our hips just a little bit here. Yeah, hips get tight, you know, when the hips get tight, the back also gets tight. When the back gets tight, the hips get tight. We're, you know, all connected. So we're just gonna loosen up our hips a little bit. So take a breath in, and as you exhale again, lean forward. Good. And again, grab onto that right back of the knee. And press into your toes and your feet and reach up. Maybe hug that thigh into your belly. Again, it's also good for internal massage. Good. Let's just do a couple circles with our toe. Good. And again, you can keep the toe down and just rock your toes, your heels side to side. And then if you're up here, reverse. Good. And then you're either going to guide the outside of your right leg anywhere from the foot to the ankle to maybe the leg. Yeah, as long as you can keep a nice straight spine. They can be up if you need to and want to cross at the ankles. That's an option as well. Even putting the outside of the right foot on top of your left shoelaces will open up that hip a little bit more. So fully crossed over here or leg up here. Yes. So find your place. If you want to challenge yourself and you have your leg up here and you're bending forward or having to lean back to do that, that is not the pose, right? And you just allow yourself to get comfortable, right? I really like putting the outside of my foot onto the laces of my left foot and just let this leg drop open. And again, here comes the string on our chest. So we're gonna lift the chest. String is pulling it up. Lift the chin, belly draws back, and exhale, just lean forward. A nice straight spine. Relax that right leg open. Good. Such a nice stretch for the hips. And again, reminding ourselves to not take it to where it's uncomfortable and we can't breathe. Allow your eyes to float closed and find your breath. Big, long, deep breaths, breathing into any tightness that you might have in your shoulders, or your jaw, or your back. And as you slowly exhale out the nose, let your body relax. Let your right leg open up, drop down towards the floor, that right thigh. And just find comfort and joy in this pose. And if you're feeling a little strain on your low back, which I am right now, I'm gonna lift my body up a little bit. Yeah, and then just relax that right leg back down. Much better. Good. And then on an inhale breath, press down into your standing foot. Slowly bring your body back up. Immediate, nice straight spine, right? And then uncross your legs. So looking into that. I remember I was in the airport, I don't know how many years ago, and somebody came up to me and said, you must practice yoga because your posture is just so nice. And I didn't even dawn on me how I was sitting, right? So that becomes automatic the more we practice this. Good. All right, so let's go to the other side now. So take a nice big breath in. As you exhale, glide your belly forward, come forward, clasp behind the left knee now, and then slowly come up. On an inhale breath, hug that thigh into your belly, yeah, and do some circles with that foot. Or you're here and you're just rocking that heel side to side, yeah. And then if you're up here, you're gonna reverse. Do it slow. Feel the top of your foot, especially getting a nice stretch. Good. And then you're gonna set yourself up on this side. Might be very different. So this side is for me a lot tighter than my other side. You can be here with your foot if you're wide open in that hip or ankle or leg. Again, cross fully over or crossing the outside of your left shoe onto the right shoelaces. Good. Let that left leg drop open. Again, here comes the string. Lift the heart. Lift the chin. That straightens your spine. Belly tucks in as you just hinge forward. Good. Find your opening in that left thigh or left hip. Close the eyes and just go inside. I'm feeling a little bit of a pull on my back, so I'm going to back out a little bit, bring my body up, and find my breath. Each time I exhale, each time you exhale, relax your shoulders back, relax your jaw, bring a little smile to your face, and just breathe and enjoy this moment. Yes. Each time you exhale, maybe your spine, your body drops a little bit further towards the floor. Maybe that left thigh drops a little closer to the floor, maybe not. And then when you feel ready, press down into that right foot, or yes, your right foot, to slowly bring your body back up. Good, nice straight spine, and uncross. Good. All right, and wiggle it out, shake it out. Good. Let's bring our feet to hip distance apart and just lift your heels up off the floor. Come onto your tiptoes, feel your calves engage. Drop your heels, press your heels into the floor as you lift your toes, strengthening our shins. And then drop your toes, relax your feet. Good. Relax your arms down alongside your body. Glide your arms back like an airplane. Grab onto the back of your chair. My favorite back stretch, yes. First, we're gonna lift that chest, strings pulling up, lift the chin, open up, just draw your shoulder blades back onto each other. Good, feel it, nice stretch there. Opening up our chakras. This is good for all of our chakras to open up, especially the throat and the heart. And then as you exhale, start to relax your chin forward towards your chest, and let the weight of your body just drop forward. Your hands are holding on. The rest of your body is just relaxed forward. And breathe in this beautiful stretch. Allow it to feel so good. And Each time you exhale, ask yourself, what can I relax? Can I relax my face, shoulders? Yeah. Shoulders tend to want to hold on in this pose. Just let them melt back. Good. And then pressing down into your toes. Slowly make your way out by lifting the head. Good. And then release the chair. Good. And let's shake it out. Check out the hands. Let's bring our hands and interlace them. Bring our palms together and just get some nice stretching on the tops of our hands like we did the feet. Yeah. Just have your hands nice and loose here. Good. Shake it out. Last pose here. Another really nice pose for the hands is bringing your hands onto, if you have that table, right? Not this at this point, but having your hands flat on a table. And then just lifting each one of your fingers. Pointer finger up and down. Middle finger. Ring finger. Pinky finger. Thumbs. Yeah, good. And shake it out. That really feels actually a lot better when it's on a flat surface. So I invite you to do that while you're just sitting and talking to somebody, right? Just lift your fingers up as you're pressing your palms into something. All right, leaning forward, grabbing your chair and scooting your hips all the way to the very back of the chair. Feel free to lay down in Shavasana if you would like to do that. Good. Good. Let's take a nice big deep breath in. Hold the breath at the top. Then slowly let it out as a sigh as you float your eyes closed. Coming into final relaxation pose. And even in this relaxation, if we're seated, you can still have a nice posture. Yes. Just feel a gently tall spine. Feel the chin back tight, just slightly, just stacked right above your shoulders, and relax. Relax the shoulders. Let's have palms up on our lap. That helps us to open up the shoulders. Palms are up if you're laying down away from your body. Good. And take another nice big deep breath in and gently let it go. And imagine every last bit of tension just releasing and leaving your body. Yeah, let go completely. Simply relax now. Feel your toes soften, your feet relax, they flop open if you're laying down. Good. Feel your shins and your calves relax. Knees, your thighs and your hamstrings. Feel your hips melting into the floor or into your chair as if they're just silly putty. Relax your belly, all of your internal organs. Relax your low back, middle back, upper back. Feel your chest and your heart relax, shoulders, arms, hands, even your fingers soften. Feel your throat relax, and that back of your neck, back of your head. Feel the skin of your forehead melting back. Your eyeballs resting back into the eye sockets. Putting a little smile on your face. Whole body's relaxed now. Allow yourself to just let everything go. We want nothing. We do nothing. We are nothing. Just for the next couple of minutes. as if you're melting into the earth, melting into the whole, becoming part of the universe. Notice any thoughts, if any, just let them be. If the thoughts become too much, just bring your awareness to your breath for a few seconds. And notice the chest rise and fall gently. The only thing moving is your chest and maybe your belly as you breathe. Bring that gentle little smile to your face if it left. And enjoy. Enjoy just being. Gently bring your awareness to how you feel. Just keeping in mind these three things as we lay here, closest to our true nature. 1, you are very dear to the divine, to the universal energy. Secondly, wherever you are, however you are perfect. And last, you don't need to understand what is happening. Transcend your logic. Yeah, no need for explanations for everyone and anything. This wondrous and incomprehensible world is here to be lived and not understood. So feel free to remain here as long as you'd like. If you wish to slowly make your way out of Shavasana, just gently start to wiggle the toes and fingers, just ever so gently waking yourself up. And if you're laying down, you bend your knees and roll over onto one side slowly. Take a few breaths. If you're seated, maybe start to rock the body side to side if that feels good. Just going from one hip bone to the other. And we're all going to meet seated, slowly bringing our palms together, Anjali Mudra. Rest your thumbs onto your heart. Good. And take a nice big deep breath in. And as you exhale, you may relax your forehead to your fingertips. Relax the neck, your upper back, your lower back. In closing, practice today with this. Yoga empowers you to feel the way you want to feel at any time. Instead of being a victim of your own feelings, it makes you independent. And you're feeling ready and complete at your own pace. You may begin to flutter the eyes open. Let the light in slowly. As you lift your head, thank you all for being here today and taking care of yourself. Have a lovely rest of your day. Namaste.